Okay, let's talk about and finishing process. And I can turn to turning options here to be able to select my and the toolpath, or we can use right mouse button here, Lathe toolpath, and finish toolpath here. Okay, so I'm gonna start from that point, and this is gonna be under my last entity, and then I can click OK button. Okay, it's time to change our tool. Actually, maybe we can select and the different tools here, for example like that one, and then we can also change our corner radius. This is and actually selected maybe 0.4 here. Okay, that must be my tool here. I can click here. This is my new tool, and this is my tool number. Actually, we can also turn to tool here, and then I can write my finishing feed rate, and at that point actually we can also talk about spindle speed and the cutting speed or RPM. In the finishing process, most of the time we prefer to use constant cutting speed, and it means that of course the change RPM or spindle speed. Okay, I'm gonna focusing on the constant cutting speed. I can write and the 100. Of course, at that point we also need to decide our maximum spindle speed according to my diameter or my tool length. My tool length also depends on our the tool diameter, and so that's why we prefer to use the constant cutting speed, not constant spindle speed. We're gonna focus on the constant cutting speed. Okay, after that we can also activate reference point here, and I can reactive here X, and we can also reactive here to retract position can be 1, and then we can turn to finish parameters. Okay, so I can write 2 or 5, it's not important because we only have one number of passes here, and this is my finish direction 0 to 0. We can turn to lead in process, so 1, and lead out process 1. So that's it. We just need to click OK button to see my finishing toolpath. Okay, this is my finishing toolpath. First step, of course. Okay, let me show you what if we can actually not use the retract and approach position. Okay, so we can click our simulation button here. So we're gonna reach at that point, and then retract position, and then we can go to the home position. But if we activate and the reference point, we can write here 1 and 1 here, and then you're gonna see that this is my approach position, z-axis 1, and then we can reach the Z position 1 again, and then we can go to the home position. Okay, this is my finishing toolpath. Of course, it's also possible to create 3 steps here. At that point we need to write my step over here, and then we can calculate our toolpath, and then we're gonna see the 3 steps here, and 1, and the first, second, and third one. Okay, so this is our finishing process. Approach point, this is my first point. We can reach here and here and here again. At that point, let me show you and why I prefer to use reference point here. If I am selecting retract position here and reactivate it, so if I am clicking here and simulation mode again, here and here and here, you can see that, and Mastercam also did our approach and retract position. So that's why I also prefer to use my and the last and the first point retract position. Okay, so we can reactivate it, and okay, let's get our G code here. I can select all my operation, face toolpath and rough process and finishing process, and then select here all of them, and then we can hit the G1 button to get my post. This is MP1 post. All that post is all about actually funnel control unit, and then we can hit the save button here, and this is the Mastercam code export here, and after that point we're gonna see our tool 1.1 and then M01. This is optional stop actually, and then we can turn to and the tool 2. This is my and finishing process, and then we can and close our program. Okay, so that's all about actually and the first step